everyone. Michelle from Vulture magazine here, and I am with Kieran and Joe from Circa Waves. They're here for Splendour in the Grass this coming weekend, and I don't get to go because I'm fucking lame. But anyway, you guys are lucky. Congratulations. But to start off, Glastonbury, who did you make friends with?
I kind of made friends with random people who were walking around. I've met this guy called like Augustus, who was very drunk. I met him on a hammock, and he told me all sorts of ways to live my life.
He's not famous though, is he?
Yeah.
No, I mean no one would know who he was. I didn't know who he was, but
We were on so early that we didn't get to meet that many famous people. Although I did get mistaken for Jake Bugg. Someone ran up to my girlfriend and was like, "Can I have a picture with Jake?" And she's like, "What are you on about?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know, Jake. What time is he on? Can I have a picture with him?" And she was like, "Oh, that's weird." And then he came up to me and was like. I was just like, this is really upsetting, but yeah. So the closest I got to meeting anyone famous was me being Jake Bugg.
What did you just play and then leave?
No, we got to hang around for the day.
Did you meet anyone cool?
well, I think because the festival's like so big, I think we all decided to just play and then walk around as opposed to hang out backstage. Because like we did some festivals the weekend before, so we got a feeling for festival backstage. Wanted to go see what the real people were doing.
Oh, you're mingling with the plebs.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Your words, not ours.
Circa Waves began May 2013, is that correct?
Roughly, yeah. I'd say we started talking then. We didn't really start as a band until June, July.
Yeah,
we started
so
playing together.
really young band. So who is Circa Waves now compared to then in a year? What's changed? What have you developed?
I think we've done everything that a band would do in 10 years in a year, basically. We've sort of lived at a lightning fast pace and just like done a shit ton of gigs, really. Like probably 100 gigs in you know, not that long a time.
Are you tired?
All the time. But you know, it's fine.
It just hasn't really stopped. So you haven't really we haven't really had a chance to think about it. It's just one thing's just rolled onto the next one,
Yeah.
and then it's like a year later, and you go, "Oh, I've done all those things I wanted to do." That's great.
So then what do you work towards then if you've done it all?
Oh, there's more. There's more.
There is more.
Yeah, well, we still got to release the album, and I think because we've sort of done our first trip to a lot of places, so we did like Europe once round and been there a few times. I think it's going back and sort of like seeing more people turn up. I think it's sort of building on what we've done last year, because in the last year we've just tried to hit as many things as possible, and now it's about going back for the second wave. Sort of.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Good work. EP, it's called Young Chasers. What are you chasing exactly?
Being young, I guess.
It doesn't work, you can't do that.
You can't. I can go back in time. I've built a machine. No, yeah, it's just about being a bit naive and young and stuff. And
I thought it's like 26.
yeah, I know it's
Isn't that like you're closer to 30 than 20?
romanticising our youth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So would you rather be chased then by a lion, a bear, or a shark?
Well, chasing I guess happens on land, so shark.
Can you not be chased in the water?
I guess you can be chasing the water.
I mean, I'm
Is it-
terrified of sharks, so I'd never choose. Maybe I reckon.
No,
I
you
could-
just tap it on the nose. Aren't most of them harmless as well? What kind of shark are we talking about? I know nothing about sharks.
Okay. Any kind of shark. Could be. Alright, so the last two questions. Been to Australia before? If not, what hideous misconceptions do you have about us?
we've not been
No,
before.
it's first time.
I don't know if it's a hideous misconception, but I was expecting everyone to be barbecuing every day, no matter what the weather.
I haven't
But
seen one
I haven't
yet.
seen one, but I'm very disappointed in Australia actually.
You confined to the cities so far though, right? The city areas of Perth
Yeah.
and here.
Yeah,
So you're not really going out to suburbia to see.
I suppose so. I did expect barbecues in the middle of the road.
But if you look around, you should be able to see on some of the balconies people barbecue.
I suppose the smell probably drifts upwards, away from street level.
It's true.
This is it.
We've got to take to the treetops. Get a good view.
So that's it, just barbecue.
I don't know what.
I think the majority of my Australian misconceptions probably come all from neighbours.
Oh my god.
And you know, we're nowhere near a place like Erinsborough, right?
Was it true
Neighbours
people
is
say
filmed
rack
there.
off?
His neighbours filmed here.
Yeah, I've been in a couple episodes of it.
Have you?
Yeah.
I'm very
I'm
impressed.
really embarrassed by that, by the way.
Is it true you say rack off still, or is that?
Yeah, we do say rack off, but I
Okay.
think Australians
We were
tend to
saying that
swear
quite a
more
lot.
than just rack off. It's really just fuck off.
Fuck off, mate.
Yeah. And see, we'll call you we'll call you mate, even though we're being endearing, and we're telling you to fuck off. You're still our mate.
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah.
Liverpool people say that as well. Fuck off, mate.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I know. It's so friendly here as well. That was like, I did know it was gonna be. People say, "Oh, they're quite friendly bunch of people," but everyone we meet is like always wanting the conversation or giving us advice and stuff. So it's it's nice, very similar to Liverpool in that way, I think.
So you've got an Australian advice.
Well, the guy at the hotel told us where to go for some food and stuff.
He did.
And then
He just carried on talking.
carried on talking.
But he was great. Clyde. You don't get anyone called Clyde in England as well.
That's true.
It's a
You
very
get Augustus, but not Clyde.
Augustus was a very strange man.
I want to meet Augustus. And okay, so what was the last song you listened to?
We were just listening to the new Always album.
Is it always or always?
Always.
Well, it's two V's,
Right.
which looks like a W. So I don't know whether they would prefer to be called always or always.
It might be one of those Google things, one of those, those names where people change their name, change the way they spell a name, so they're more Googleable, like churches.
Is that Googleable?
That's why they're called churches with a V, is
They
because
don't want to be found?
no, they want to be found, because otherwise if you type in churches, then you just get pictures of
Well, that's
churches.
true.
So
But there's recently a band actually in Australia, I think their name is Movie, and their first song is called Ads, so obviously you have to try and Google movie ads to find them, and that's
Okay.
going to be very difficult.
So that was sort of purpose built to not be found.
Perhaps, but then again, London Grammar didn't want to really be sort of found too.
I suppose so. There was that band as well called Brother who came out, which is like, if you type in the word brother, they're going to be 1,000 down on the list of things.
All you have to do is write band at the end of it, and you find
That's
it.
true.
Circa Waves, everyone, get down to their gig. Young Chasers EP out now.